Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information is in the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. So I just want to let you guys know I apologize for not being online the last few days. For my birthday, a girlfriend of mine decided to get me a facial peel, a chemical peel, and so my face was fucking burned off. So that is how I've spent this last week, is like trying to regrow the skin on my face. I'm not gonna lie, when they're not lying when they say it's a chemical peel. It burns. Anyway, so first time for that. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and let's start looking at our love. I want to look at our love lives. Spirit, please show me the collective for each their love life. So we've got the Princess of Autumn, or yes, studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Nothing a little push, or needing a little push to get going. So for some of you, maybe it's like you need a little push to get going in the right direction of love. Maybe for some of you, you're focusing way too much on work, and it's like, you know that love is on the back, you know, like back here, but it's like you're very focused on building your empire. You're very focused on, you know, your work. You know, for some of you, you're married to your work. So I think that maybe you just need like to get excited, you know, go out and maybe do something that's against the social norm, you know, for yourself, you know, and flirt around a little bit. It is the Princess of Autumn. So this isn't like the King of Autumn, right? This is like the child. So I feel like for some of you, you need to go out, you know, I see, you know, maybe you need to go out. Maybe you, for some of you, you know, going to a coffee shop or going to, you know, going to dinner by yourself, you know, or going to the movies or the library, something like that, you know, go out. So we got Renewal, 4 of Winter, 3 of Winter, and the Princess of Summer. 6 of Winter at the bottom of the deck. Wow, okay. So we got positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. So for some of you, you are relocating. You could be traveling. You could meet this person during travel. But I feel like it's a renewal in your own life. For some of you, you are relocating. And you're just kind of on the journey right now. So it's like you're focused on your work and your journey and the practical matters of bringing this together. It says, review the past and the present so that you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose and releasing judgments of yourself and others. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you're moving over, you know, you're doing a lot of healing. There's definitely like this phoenix rising. That's what the renewal is all about, right? It's the phoenix rising from the ashes, because we've already undergone the tower and now we're in this place of like rebirthing ourselves. So for some of you, you're rebirthing yourself when it comes to, you know, like where you live. You're rebirthing yourself when it comes to, you know, your work. And so, you know, and these are not just small things. It's like we have to get into alignment for what we want. And then we need to kind of, you know, take some time, take a step back, you know, reevaluate everything. You know, we are in a retrograde season. So this is about reviewing, reevaluating, redoing, reiterating, revisiting, okay? And then, you know, if there's anything that you've been concerned about, just know that the universe isn't going to let you fail. Because for some of you, it's like, there are solutions that you need to take a step back. For some of you, you need to start meditating. And it doesn't mean that you need to go in and hum, you know, but I feel like we just kind of need to pull back our energy. And meditation could be so much as like going out and pulling weeds, or, you know, standing there washing dishes and just mindless projects, folding laundry and just having the TV on or the radio on in the background. That is a form of meditation. It's not just you know, lay there or you sit there in a pose to meditate. Okay. So keep that in mind. And then we've got the Three of Winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger for this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. So, you know, there is some sadness because there are certain people, places, and things that we are leaving behind. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's that sentimental value. And I say that because we do have the children here, you know, and children are all about that sentimentality. There could be also, you know, distance between, you know, you and your loved ones, you and friends, you and family. You know, it could be just, there's different distance here between you and others. And if it's not like physical distance, it's like just distance. Maybe you guys aren't thinking on the same terms and communicating on the same terms right now. And I say that because we have 3 swords cards here and we have the 3 of swords here. You know, there needs to be this setback, okay? And, you know, things are a little cold right now. We are going into winter, so, you know, people are, you know, getting ready to go into hibernation mode. This is where, and be mindful where, too, depression can also kick in. So we want to make sure that, you know, that we're not allowing depression to kick in. I think big changes are going to end up happening by, I would say, springtime, a new relationship and or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. You know, this is about meeting new friends. This is about, you know, really falling in love with life again. We have been going through a lot of a tumultuous energy, and that's what I see here is, you know, there is this rebirth here, but it's almost like it's lingering in the background. All these like other things are kind of taking precedence for this renewal. Now we have Pluto, Saturn, we have, Uranus, Jupiter, Chiron, and Mercury, and soon to be Mars, all in retrograde. So, you know, we are kind of going through this rebirth, analyzing our lives. And so if we're not in a love situation right now, I'll be honest with you, you might be a little sad to know that relationships, even if you were to come into a union right now, I'll be honest, it's probably not going to work out. With Mars being in retrograde, and that rules the masculine energy, and Venus not being very well aspected until December, and Mars is in retrograde till January. You know, it won't be out of like full shadow until like the end of March even. So keep that in mind. This is a nice long stay of Mars in Gemini, and usually it's a 40-day, 40-night transit. But with Mars ruling the masculine and being in retrograde motion, I'll be honest with you, not the best time because, you know, it might be a very passionate love affair, but it could turn out to be very, very tumultuous in the end. So do keep that in mind as well. You know, at the end of the day, you will heal from this, you know, but some of you, it could be very obsessive because we do have these eclipses with Scorpio in the mix, and that is obsession and jealousy and secrets and honestly just sex. And with the South Node there, you know, Spirit's like, nah, cut it out with the sex thing. If you want something valuable, go towards the North Node, which is in Taurus, where this other party, this other individual does value you. So we are going through many eclipses, like I said, between now and, you know, the end of the year even. These could end up like being just secret love affairs. No, at the end of all of this, there will be karma. You are creating karma. And that's definitely what I'm seeing here, you know, because we go from the 4 to the 3. You know, the 4 of Swords is usually like where we just went through the 3 of Swords, which is the pain, and this rest, and we've kind of got it backwards here now. So, you know, I do feel like there is a friend here that is going to help you through this. You know, you could be making more friends too, you know. Work on your friendships, you know, work on your friendships. Let me see what this relationship thing was all about, Spirit. Wow. Right. I didn't ask it. Hold on. I don't feel comfortable with those 2 cards, honestly. Spirit, please show me the collective. What do we need to know about this? Okay, peace. All right. So, time to go. Why? Bottom of the deck. Being in the here and now. Listen, you've got to find peace with the here and now. You have to find peace with the here and now. Being where you are now. There are doors that are closing, you know, different opportunities, things that we needed to walk away from, things that are holding you back. Listen, if you allow anything to hold you back, the universe will wipe away that thing if you are supposed to be on a mission. It's like me, you know, I'm on this mission right now. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not in Hawaii right now. I'm sure you guys can tell by the background. You know, I have my cats, and my cats mean everything to me. But the universe is like, no, you're supposed to go on a journey. So with me, like, what did they do? My house started, like, all of a sudden, 2 o'clock in the morning, I get this huge whiff of mold. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I'm on this journey now, and it was all like unbeknownst to me. I went through this vacuum cleaner, and this was like a few weeks ago, you guys. And, you know, so, you know, that's why I've kind of had like a little bit of a hiatus from YouTube, is like, because I'm going through this as well. So it's kind of like the same thing. And I could definitely see it in my own life. There are things like, so I had no choice but to find a place for my cats to go so that I can go on this journey. Timing is irrelevant here. It's being in the here and now. Doing what the universe wants us to do now, okay? Not what society and everything else, you know, there's people in this, you know, that one person is just trying to get their work done, and another person is bringing in their emotional gunk, is what I see here. And I see the journey. It's emotional gunk. Time to go. Like, listen, if I would have said, no, I can't leave, you know, I got to stay here. Like, number one, my health was depleting because of it. I had major acne on my face. My health was taking a huge shit from being in that house. And I had no choice but to leave. And had I said, oh, I can't do that because of my cats and blah, 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 the universe is going to end up taking away my cats, and not in a nice way. It was like when I had to leave this relationship and I kept saying, oh, I can't because of my stuff. The universe ended up taking all my shit. Regardless, I ended up manifesting it all back later on. But like, when you have a mission, you have to go. That's what it's saying. Time to go. Don't ask why, you know, and maybe that's what this person over here is doing. If you're dealing with someone else, that's what they're doing is, well, why? Why not me? And that can also be a selfish thing right there. You know, because over here, the emotional one, the one that is being overly emotional, is 3 of Swords. You know? This other one is trying to go through a rebirth, and that's right over the peace and right over the time to go. So I definitely see that in my own life. Like, even I have to go, you know? I'm like, pay attention to the red flags. At this point, anybody that's not for you is against you. And when something good comes up in your life, don't share it with everyone. Not everyone needs to know. You know, be stoic. That's what these swords are all about. Just be stoic, you know. But be prepared. There's a path for you. And it's going to answer this question at the end of the day. Like, where is all this going? It's like the what, why, when, where, how. I feel like I hear this, you know, from a lot of people, you know. I think that this is just being in the moment. Again, working on your friendship groups. You do have a friend here who is being compassionate to your situation. Interesting. Let me see. All right, Spirit, please show me. Let's look at their love. Let me see. Let's go in here. All right. Woo, woo, woo. I just saw flirt. So for some of you, you need to get back to the lighter side of things. You know, like I said, you know, find peace in going out alone, and find peace in going on these journeys, and find, you know, it's like doing things. There's a lot of changes that are happening here. You know, because I see it's funny because I see the number 32 here as the overall energy, and right next to it is the 23. So it's like you're going through this portal, this mirror. zoop, zoop, you know, it's kind of what I just did. I just went through this mirror. And, you know, eventually I'm going back to Hawaii. You know, that's my home. But right now, I'm just on a different journey. So, okay, well, hold on. Damn. All right, so we got 3 cards out. Children, worth waiting for, and chemistry. So for me, I can take, like, you know, my animals. They are my children. So put this where it fits. Not everybody has children, you know. For some of you, you know, there will be a reconciliation between you and maybe someone you've been friends with since childhood. You know, and this person is, they're on a, listen, this shows up right underneath the time to go. So if somebody left, maybe they left for work. Maybe they left for work. They needed to leave for work. Like for me, my job is experience everywhere. So like, again, I can definitely see this. Maybe for some of you, you're going to be reconciling with somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. Someone here, you know, like I said at the beginning, I feel like you know that love is back here, but you're busy focused on your work right now. And maybe even for some of you, your family, your children, whatever, and maybe even, you know, I look at that as your job too, because our job can be our child. It's something that we nurture, right? And it's like, you're fine the way that you are. You're fine. You're so busy working on your own renewal and your own rebirth that, you know, you're working on letting go of this pain. You're looking for genuine, loving connections. And why shouldn't you? You're walking away from anything that's not that. Anybody, if they're not on your side, they're against you. You're walking away from them. I see that here. Because you've got too many swords here. And, you know, look at that. She's got those swords there, like, ready to cut. And those swords are like ice. You know, it could be cold like ice. But at the end of the day, if there is something going on between you and a loved one, you and someone, you know, there is an apology here at the end. And there is some form of a reconciliation. For some of you, you could be acting like children. So with this ice, it's like, chill out. Chill out. Huh. Not really what I was expecting with these messages, because I can't really say that, you know, love is love. Listen, when you guys listen to love readings on YouTube, be sure to understand, we could be talking about, you know, love, but it ends up being like the love of your pet, the love of your, you know, coworker, the love of your job, you know, it could be you know, your sister even, or your best friend. So, you know, really keep that like in mind as you listen to these readings. So that, you know, when they say, oh, someone from your past is coming back, it doesn't necessarily always mean that it's going to be a past lover, so to speak, or an ex. Some of you don't even want fucking exes to come back. I don't blame you. I don't. So, you know, keep that in mind. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in that personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, a like, a share, you know, and listen, guys, I love you all so very much. Check me out on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I look forward to seeing you over there. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Where in the world is peace? I don't know.